See a neighbor.
I focused on
a false prophet.
It's a falsehood.
the second coming.
See, look.
Release the body.
Second coming. False prophet.
You see a picture?
Evil servant.
See Christ.
I'm so blessed.
You see the problem here?
Because it's true.
These signs.
What I'm seeing.
That is false.
It's a falsehood.
The serpent says.
False Christ. And woe to those who. False God. False God.
Apocalypse.
The evil servant. The evil servant.
The second coming.
False prophet.
We are seeing
These people.
The second coming.
And this fool.
Who are these sheep doing? Those people who are
Release the body.
word debased.
One of those blows. Out of ease and Zion. For sedition.
Persecution.
Falsehoods.
You see the light.
The evil servant.
Apocalypse.
The evil servant.
These signs.
You see a picture?
God sends messages
Now we see.
because it was real.
These signs.
We see the promised land.
And I'm seeing them.
We see a neighbor.
Do you see what's going on?
And what I'm seeing.
It's a falsehood.
See, look. The serpent says.
What has possessed?
The second coming. The false prophet.
Nonsense.
False prophet. See what's going on?
Notice how these Republicans.
These signs.
Moses. The second coming.
False God. False God.
False witness.
The second coming.
See the Spirit.
Nonsense like
False Christ.
An apocalypse. Apocalypse.
We see a neighbor.
The false prophet.
worship false gods.
Fear and violence.
You see the problem here. The evil servant.
Because it's true.
Watch these people.
A false prophet.
Another false prophet.
The chosen one.
False prophets, false prophets.
And what I'm seeing. Have one of those blows. And this fool.
False witness. See the irony.
Of course he's smart. His second coming. His second coming.
Nonsense.
They were all drugged out.
Did you see
Persecution.
that?
These terrorists.
It's risen from the dead.
Check yourself. You see the problem here.
We witnessed what took place.
See the Spirit. The chosen one.
Set shit on fire.
Noise of thunder. Is a vessel. You can't. False God.
Second Adam.
See what's going on?
The Holy Sepulchre.
See, look.
False Christ. These people are evil.
Cocaine at the White House.
And debased.
The second coming.
Let me tell you something else.
To worship false gods.
Another false prophet.
False prophets.
Nonsense like you're getting. Word debased. Like it. What are these sheep doing when you. Notice how these Republicans.
What we see.
Portray themselves as.
See horrible.
we are seeing here.
And all the little gatekeepers.
False gods.
The promised land.
Self-righteous.
Cocaine at the White House. Then he raised. Which was Moses.
Messenger of God.
Because they were all drugged out.
Saying it's a falsehood.
Of course he's smart.
I see the light.
Self-righteous.
You see the irony.
You see.
Use fear and violence.
And debased.
These people lie. Use fear and violence. Use fear and violence.
Lord.
These terrorists.
These are perilous times.
We have one of those blows. The second coming. The standard is set.
Persecution. The chosen one. Blessed with curse. In these last days.
The evil servant is.
See the Messiah.
We witnessed what took place.
You see the Spirit.
They're falsehoods. The serpent says.
Risen from the dead. And his second coming.
Nonsense like.
So what you see.
If that makes any sense.
The devil himself.
Cocaine at the White House. Did you see Jesus himself? But I just see a pattern.
Rose from the dead.
He used lies.
Those are more lies.
These are bad people.
He is risen from the dead. I have also seen.
The Holy Sepulchre.
Put cocaine at the White House. The promised land.
Raised from the dead.
And I'm seeing them.
Use fear and violence.
The chosen one.
The messenger actually.
False prophets.
He is risen from the dead. Use fear and violence.
debase. Like it.
Moses.
Because it's a sign.
Demon possessed. These people are evil.
A word.
You see the problem here.
Second Adam.
You see the spirit?
Follow false gods.
I am the chosen one.
What were these sheep doing?
The second coming.
So let me tell you something else.
Those are the threats.
You just told a lie.
It's a falsehood, and they're
You're seeing that as lawlessness.
See the mercy seat.
Cocaine at the White House.
These people lie.
The messenger of God.
God sends for us.
We witnessed what took place.
Use fear and violence.
Lord, please.
See these signs.
The Messiah himself. And this fool refused.
Shall we see light?
The noise of thunder.
We see.
But these people are crazy.
False gods are in.
False teachers.
So what you see in the
Worse than that. I can see clear.
all praise be to God.
The devil himself.
See these signs.
Because they were all drugged out.
If you're wise, you will.
And all the little gatekeepers.
Did you see?
They're falsehoods.
Because look, I've sent a word.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
Sent a word.
This is an apocalypse.
False prophets.
Second Adam.
Second coming of Christ.
See these signs.
What we are seeing here.
Second coming of Jesus.
God sends for us.
Those are the threats.
You see the spirit?
Jesus himself.
To the masses.
He rose from the dead.
Completely false.
Second coming.
He is risen from the dead.
I am the chosen one.
Dust settles.
We see the mercy seat.
They were self-righteous.
False teachers.
These are bad people. Have you heard these charges?
All praise be to God.
so let me tell you something else.
See the hypocrisy.
Put cocaine at the White House.
That is who we have seen.
Because it's not true.
Of course there was a problem. God sends for us.
People can see. Oh, Moses.
The Messiah himself.
I see the light.
A damsel in distress.
Notice how these Republicans keep.
These people are evil. False prophets.
You see these signs.
How these people lie.
People who worship false gods.
Depart, ye cursed.
Charged with sedition.
The Gentile persecution.
Because of this man.
Because that shall not be in.
The standard is set.
These phrases with me.
These stones. False prophets.
No, we've used it. I mean, we
They chose Barabbas.
Because of unbelief.
Have you not seen what's going on?
The messenger of God.
That Moses.
Did you see?
Doesn't make sense. You see these signs.
God sends messages.
These fake Republicans.
God sends for us.
Use fear and violence.
See the Messiah.
And what I'm seeing is
False prophets.
Apocalyptic scene.
Shall we see light?
Raised from the dead.
Persecution.
so blessed to have you here.
That's the blow to those.
That's what we see.
You see these signs.
The second coming of Jesus.
God sends for us.
If you're wise, you will.
You see the spirit.
It'll be Jesus himself.
Get what the serpent says.
Follow false gods.
Watch these moments unfold.
And what we see him.
Which of course he's smart.
The oath of office, seriously.
You see the problem here.
To just set shit on fire.
And I'm seeing them.
We all know that. We've seen that.
Ever see a guy sweat like this?
He is risen from the dead.
For those who don't have faith.
False teachers.
The Gentile persecution.
All of these things intersect.
These House Republicans.
Same Republicans.
Have sent a word.
You see these signs.
This harassment.
Who put cocaine at the White House?
You see the hate. The second coming of Christ. I have also seen. That was because of me.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
You see these signs.
You know how these people lie.
You see the hypocrisy.
The servant of the Lord.
People who worship false gods.
The enmity here is intense.
Because they were all drugged out on.
This is a persecution.
In our White House.
To the masses.
Because it's a sign.
They're falsehoods.
Witnessed the angels falling.
Because that shall not be in.
I am the chosen one. It's so sad to see.
What you're seeing now is lawlessness.
Persecution.
Are the liars themselves.
A curse upon the Jews.
Because it's not true.
I exposed it all.
Worse than that,
We all know that. We've seen that.
That's the blow to those.
Our sense of calling.
false prophets, false Christ.
Did you see?
That's what we see.
He rose from the dead. They know what we're in possession.
I see the light.
This is a persecution.
These are my kids.
These fake Republicans.
Witnessed the angels falling.
The metaphor used in
We see the mercy seat.
This is an apocalypse.
What the fuck I'm supposed to do?
The false prophet before us.
Cocaine more than anything else.
It's the story of Methuselah.
Of the Messiah himself.
Woe to those.
Same Republican stream.
the second coming.
The second coming.
That's what we see.
Is the second coming of Jesus.
False prophets, false Christ.
Can you see the Spirit?
Is absolutely lying.
Those who broke their oath.
And what we're basically seeing. Woe to them that are easing.
They're buying and selling.
The evidence speaks for itself. This is a persecution.
Believers are persecuted. By the way,
They chose Barabbas.
the second coming.
Sent to dead people. Some kind of a servant.
Who put cocaine at the White House? You see the hypocrisy. And that is who we have seen.
Pretty evil. I mean, you can see where
Because he doesn't have any principle. Rose to power through lies.
So this is reverse engineering.
See, look.
What has possessed America?
Persecution.
this self-fulfilling prophecy.
Seen the Messiah.
These are clouds without rain.
And what I'm seeing is
People who are demonically possessed. These are perilous times.
Because this is the manifestation.
He is risen from the dead.
I am the chosen one.
These fake Republicans.
Nobody knew what I was talking about.
Now I heard myself the other day.
This self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm the promised land.
I think this is a persecution. Those who broke their oath to.
Look at what the serpent says.
Follow false gods.
Cocaine that Donald Trump left.
The noise of thunder.
See a reverse engineering.
Those who follow me.
These revelations demonstrate that
Presidential Records Act.
those are more lies. In fact, I'm thinking to myself,
God sends messages.
These fake Republicans.
when you see these signs, of course there was a problem.
These are trying times.
Who seeks recognition?
Seeing it play out.
Who put cocaine at the White House? These Republicans are sacrificing.
Who put cocaine at the White House?
To resemble the sons of men.
Raises this ugly head.
Same Republican stream.
We watch these moments unfolding.
Seen anything like this?
People are seeing that. And persecution.
Job seems to be speaking.
That's what we see.
It is absolutely lying.
He will fill them with corpses.
How false is this person?
And it's so sad to see.
Let me tell you what's even worse.
What you're seeing now is lawlessness.
Now I heard myself the other day.
You see the hypocrisy.
These are lies.
By the way, again, I'm using this example. Those are more lies. In fact,
He will fill them with corpses.
those are more lies. In fact,
These are bad people. They started using it a little bit with me.
The house will be in order. Freeing these slaves. Portrayed himself as the anti.
The second coming of Christ. And debased.
I guess that's the blow to those.
And love your neighbor like yourself.
These barbaric crimes.
so this is reverse engineering.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
Witnessed the angels falling.
Wrong with secure things.
the essence of its rule.
And what I'm seeing is
His second coming. His second coming.
These are bad people we're dealing with.
That was because of me.
Seeing now the fulfillment of
This self-fulfilling prophecy.
Like seeing the light on these kind of supersized lies.
The teaching on the second coming.
That's why we see.
But I just see a pattern that seems to be.
That's the Gentile persecution.
The noise of thunder.
I mean, all of these things intersect.
who put cocaine at the White House and figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
when you see these signs.
These are clouds without rain.
I guess that's the blow to those.
A curse upon the Jews.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
Which, of course, he's smart, but
Doesn't make sense.
See, look!
When you see these signs.
post-apocalyptic scene.
Because of lawlessness.
The kind of vile people that they are.
Please do see the irony.
The servant of the Lord.
To the masses.
Who seeks recognition.
For these House Republicans.
Now, I heard myself the other day.
I understand. I see it.
Have said a word. You see a reverse engineering.
Ever seen anything like this?
Have ye not seen a vain vision?
You see a reverse engineering.
Ever seen anything like this?
Have ye not seen a vain vision?
These are lies.
What we are seeing here is
the second coming of Jesus.
And they all serve these.
Did you see
The rain itself.
I feel cleansed, okay?
Has anyone seen a bag of fire?
And woe to those who pass unjust laws.
Supposing you brought the light inside the.
What has possessed America?
All praise be to God.
That's what we see.
Second coming of Jesus. It's the second coming of Jesus.
Now listen to these words. In the Savior's case.
Who put cocaine at the White House?
They chose Barabbas.
Look, you know how these people lie?
The false prophet before us.
I am the second coming of Christ.
They started using it a little bit with me.
May well be Jesus himself.
They want to serve the idols.
I'm thinking to myself.
Look at his disdain for the law.
Because of lawlessness.
These who say they are Jews and are not. Lies will be exposed.
Because these are trying times.
Figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
He had been raised from the dead.
Are the liars themselves.
They are people who worship false gods.
And there was another false prophet.
And that is who we have seen.
A curse upon the Jews.
Which was Moses.
Those who are in the tomb.
Tongues are sharp as a serpent's.
Those are more lies. In fact,
Woe unto them that are ease in Zion.
All because of lies.
who's been sniffing that stuff?
Because nobody knew what I was talking about.
Look at what the serpent says.
All praise be to God.
The actions of a false prophet.
Is the second coming of Jesus. Let's see some of the examples. Or the second coming of Jesus himself.
Literally.
All praise be to God.
The actions of a false prophet.
Is the second coming of Jesus himself. Let's see some of the examples. Or the second coming of Jesus himself.
Literally rose from the dead.
Is the messenger for this.
I exposed it all.
What were these sheep doing when you apprehended them?
False prophet pastors.
these crackpot Republicans.
God's presence is imminent.
False prophets, false Christ.
These are clouds without rain.
You once sat and broke bread with him.
But the house isn't in order.
Trump opposes the law.
Rose to power through lies.
This raises its ugly head.
When the dust settles.
And these people.
Supposing we hit the body.
The servant of the Lord.
I am the second coming of Christ.
Is the second coming of Jesus himself. Lies will be exposed.
What we are seeing here today.
Greater works than these shall ye do.
Please let us all know down below.
His second coming.
While persecuting. I think the American people see that.
When the dust settles.
These who say they are Jews and are not.
How to spot a false teacher.
to set up some type of trust.
Please do see the irony.
Those who follow me.
The second coming of Jesus.
A curse upon the Jews.
Debasing yourself.
Those who are in the tombs.
This guy's calling himself God.
The Presidential Records Act.
Should have seen.
Disobedience brings curses.
Because I've been to the mountaintop.
They know what we're in possession of. Because these are trying times.
These people to whom the Lord spoke.
Because they turned out to be right.
God sends messages.
A self-fulfilling prophecy.
As we watch these moments unfold,
Trump portrayed himself as the anti.
believers are persecuted. By the way, when
God sends for us to.
we're going to see horrible when the dust settles.
How to spot a false teacher.
Watch these people, criminal mobs.
ready to just set shit on fire.
Self-righteous and
Ever seen anything like this?
Are seeing worrying signs in the
he loses again.
He is risen from the dead. And I just pressed play.
Listen to some of the examples.
The evidence was that I thought that it snows.
Separate the real from the fake.
The Bible said God raised up a prophet like me.
It's the second coming of Jesus.